her talking on unashamed. Yeah, actually, you love my t-shirt already. It's really centered on helping us overcome the guilt and shame we feel from past experiences. I would really love you to join us to glean 1 or 2 things on how you can live life unashamedly. I want to be unashamed and audacious about the things I've done in the past and be able to share my story. I'm sure you would love to do that too. So please join us on the episode. Hi, see ya. It's another episode again on the Unashamed season, and I really would like to say thank you on this episode. I really want to say thank you to everyone that has followed us so far, and I really believe that you've been impacted, you've been blessed, and then you've had a lot of personal reflection in your life, because the aim of our conversation is to help you become a better person. The aim of our gathering and of our always releasing these videos is to help you find that place where you can really chase purpose the way God will have you do. Live away from your fear, your doubts, past experiences, present experiences, shame, and whatever it is, and live at your best in attaining the perfect picture that God has in mind for you. So thank you so much for always spending time to watch us and listen and learn from us, for finding us valuable to pick 1 or 2 lessons from us. So today we'll be talking about pathway to healing, and I have an amazing guest in the house. But before then, obviously, you know my regular people, so I'll just say hi Vicky and then Jibola. So yes, now we'll go to her amazing guest, and then she will be talking about basically, don't let me see what she'll be talking about. I will just allow her to have a little introduction of herself so you get to meet her. It's a aim that you see us as family, and I think introduction does that. So over to you. Her name is Mrs. Let me say it the way I should say Mrs. Toyosi Olasunkanmi Olawale. Please can you introduce yourself?
Alright, thank you so much, Ore. Like she has rightly said, my name is Toyosi Olasunkanmi Olawale, and before I say anything, I really do want to appreciate you. You're doing an amazing job. Sincerely, my generation is so blessed to have you. Yeah, I have to really say that I follow what you do. I might be silent, but trust me, I follow it so closely. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right. When I was given this particular topic, pathway to healing, I just smiled. Why? Because I'm not just coming here to say probably the theoretical aspect of it is what has happened to me, and sincerely I can say that I came out stronger than I expected. So whatever thing I'm going to be saying here today is something that is actually practical, and trust me, if you take in whatever we're going to be discussing here today, you will never remain the same. We will never remain the same. I'll just quickly say this. When it comes to healing, one thing you have to first of all come into realization is that you have to first of all understand the fact that you need one. If anything probably must have happened to you that caused you to be in your room and you have to cry from morning to evening, you have to first realize that yes, okay, whatever thing that has happened, now I need to be healed. If you don't come to that realization, or you still feel that okay, I don't think I need it, when what I said happened to me, like I'll just quickly paraphrase it. I think I was in
wait, I was going to say that, sorry.
Okay.
Before you literally take us through that which happened to you and all of that.
Okay.
Oftentimes I realize that we lie to ourselves. When I say we lie to ourselves is in, I think a lot of times, maybe it happens to me, so let me use myself for an example. I have this mindset of you need to be tough, I don't like to be weak. So in my head, it's like, you need to be tough. And then at that point, I need to acknowledge. Now, you said something about acknowledging that you need.
Yeah.
At that point where I need to acknowledge, I won't acknowledge you. I will carry that mentality. You need to be tough. So I don't really get to now sit down and say, girl, you're broken. Let us deal with this. So how do you get to that point that you can calm down from whatever mountain you find yourself, just calm down and literally pick it that this is a problem, I need to fix it?
Yeah, well, I said it's practical for me, and I'll just be using myself as a lot of example. When I think when people tell me, Toyosi, you are strong, you are
She
very
is.
strong.
I can say. She is.
You know, when you say you are strong, and and I go back, like you rightly said, we can't lie to ourselves. And sometimes when I hear that word, I take it in, but I go back to the drawing board and actually I want to understand what is strongness, what is that word, what does it mean? And to me, I've come to realize that when they tell you are strong, it's just the ability for you to have come to a realization, probably what has gone wrong with you, and you're admitting it, that this thing is wrong with my life, and I am sitting back I'm sitting back to what's the word now? I'm sitting back to say that okay, this thing has gone wrong. I need to make it right. And when I make it right, that is when I am actually strong. Strongness is not just okay, this is I'm strong, things are happening to you, you are forming a bold face, like you're just saying that no, you're just kind, no, that is not the word, that is not even strongest as the word. It is when you realize that something has gone wrong, you come back, you admit it, you come to your space.
I like that thing you said, that it's when the strength actually comes from when you admit that. Exactly. So I feel like that admittance is when you're making sense.
Yes.
Not when you carry the image of, I'm the best, I can handle this. I've been taught for my generations to come and things. I let's tell myself we're strong women in my family. I'll say, alright, you're strong. Don't do this. But then I like that fact that you just have to come to that point when admit. So I like to really hammer on that it's okay to go through what we go through, but you have to admit. Yeah. So now to the story. I want you to say the story, and then we can now, dive in.
Well, I mean, many other things probably that have happened to me in my journey thus far. Like one striking one was when I was actually in a relationship. I was in a relationship for 5 good years, and of course, if for me, like my faith, I believe that things have to be done the way it's meant to be done. I wouldn't actually call it dating now. It was like a courtship. Both family, they've met each other, and of course we know that yes, this thing is tending to marriage. And I got the most shocking of my life when I had to go through a breakup just 3 days to my introduction. And when I heard that, of course we've prepared. Well, I don't know if the other family has prepared, but of course we are the one. They are coming to my family, and of course in fact the most shocking. Let me just say the most shocking. I was supposed to have like my convocation, like probably before, I think that day, 3 days, that I had to scrap it because I had introduction to actually prepare for. So I lost all the pictures, like my memories of my friend. I couldn't do any of that. So when I heard the news, when he told me that he doesn't think, and I just wanted to know what's bringing about the breakup, what happened, and no tangible reason.
You're having cold feet 3 days to
my introduction, and I just said okay, it's fine. And I remember that very day, the day that we were meant to have the introduction, that Saturday, and my younger brother just said, okay, we're supposed to be having introduction in this house, and it's not happening, then we have to take you out. Let's take you out. And they took me out. I'm like, when you are just present physically, every part of you was not there, and I just said, okay, it's fine. And going forward, I had to say, what next? What next?
So we'll go on a short break now, but then I like the dimension. I guess when we'll come back, we'll really handle how you were able to, now it has happened, like that kind of, the way, let me say pidgin, it don't happen, it has not happened. So how are you able to, and then it's not a fun story to say, like it looks like you are jilted 3 days to your intro. Why in Africa 3 days to your introduction? And then how were you even able to get to that point where, number one, you now say the story, Number 2, you are now married. No, let me say it again. You're now happily married. I need to say that well. With kids, with a child, with a son, a beautiful one at that. So, how were you able to? Because I feel like if you did not release yourself, even when a new man comes, you're like, please, men, enough. We're not doing it again. Forget. So I feel like that will help us know that no matter what it is that it is, you can say what it will be by your decisions. So please just go with us in a short break and then we'll be back. Thank
you. You've been battered. Life has shown you shaggy. And there are so many emotions running through your mind at once. But you really want to move on. And you're not sure how to go about it. You want to appear to be strong, but at the same time you need to be vulnerable. So how exactly do you heal? Is it by just pretending and refusing to admit that nothing happened?
Yes, welcome back again. Now I'll go back to the question I had for the short break. I was asking how she was really literally able to let go of the past, knowing fully well that she has a beautiful family now, like I said, and if she was not able to, forget, literally let herself forget the pain that she went through, she won't have that family. So yes, how were you able to?
Alright, thank you so much, Ore. Like I said, I'll keep hammering on this particular word. Like, you have to just admit when there is a problem. Admit that okay, there's a problem. Then I have to just let go. When I come to the realization that okay, Toyosi, you are no longer in a relationship with this person, and I had to actually. I've come to understand that now I have to first of all heal up. Healing up is key, because if I don't get healed, there's it will never happen. It will never happen. I had to say, okay, I have to heal up, and how do I do this? Firstly, I had to actually I detached myself, anything like emotionally with him now, because it's a relationship. I had to first of all detached myself emotionally. I deleted his number, everything. No, yeah, I deleted his number.
I feel like it's the same thing with detaching yourself off that. So even if in a relationship, but I think you always have connections with one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if anything, I disconnected myself because really I needed that for my sanity, for my sanity's sake. I detached myself. Everything probably we had together. I had to detach myself. I deleted message. I did just for me to be safe. I needed my sanity at that point in time. So after doing that, I am a believer, and of course I understand what forgiveness is, and I've been taught that forgiveness is at first, if I want to actually the person now, even before me, I had to start praying for him even before.
I have an interesting question, but I think I'll let Simona talk. I have something I want to ask about pendants.
Yes. Without any doubt, I can tell with the way you are able to share this experience that you have actually healed. I mean, you're now happily married with kids.
Yeah.
That's actually beautiful to hear. But at first, these experiences, they come like wounds. And when you go through the healing process, it means the wound becomes a scar, as it were. And the truth is this, in as much as you talked about forgiveness, and there's something they say which is forgive and forget, and all those kinds of things. And seriously, you are truly not forgotten, because you could still actually narrate this experience to us. And it's a scar, and you would always look at this scar every time. Or probably not every time, but every now and then this scar will always be visible to you. Without any other doubt, you truly healed. So the past really does have a voice. How do you deal with that voice that comes to you even after healing? Now we know you healed, we know you've gone through the process of healing, but there's still that scar. The wound is gone, but the scar is there. So how do you deal with the voice of the past?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Well, like you said, my experience with this situation is actually very, very huge. Even though you feel well that this person later got married to my best friend.
Wow.
Amazing.
Just for you to know that, just for you to know how serious it is.
A big wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just
So,
wow.
and this my friend, we do celebrate birthday together in February, and somebody even still reach out to me. I still posting this person on your status. You're still even telling
I
her
mean,
happy
I
you're still telling this
I
person,
agree.
you're still telling this person happy birthday.
Wow.
I'm like, no, I know agape. I embrace agape. What does it mean to me? Just
that's
for
huge.
like I said, it's huge. And before I came to that realization, like I'm still coming back. You said, how do I divorce that?
Yeah.
Fine, there's always I've come to understand
This
that
was
there is
something
a
tells
voice,
you
there are
that
voices
you are not doing
and
well.
the voice. I embrace the voice.
Yeah,
And what is
voices
the
and
voice? I'm really like the voice. The voice has been the one that helped me through the journey. And by the time, of course, those voices will come.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That sometimes she reached out to me and fine, I am responding. At the journey, I kept on checking my heart. It was not a day journey. It was before you came to, before we now start coming to the extent of okay, and now because I deleted her number too. Yes,
That's where you
for
should.
like 2 years.
Oh, that's it.
Just 2 years.
For like 2 years before we now came back. Okay, this thing has happened. In that period, I used to tell people, I would say something. It is not, the people say that over time. No, I'll tell you, over time, it's not over time. It is what you do within those period of time. It is what you do. So what I was doing in those period, like I said, I pray for the both of them. And after praying, and I cried too.
But that's a very hard thing to do, to pray for somebody that I know that the Bible says pray for your enemy, but we are being practical right here. Like this,
I'm trying to.
this was my best friend. This was your best friend and your fiance. Like
how?
at least it take 10 years.
Down to
Just 10 years.
Like
Yes,
how?
10 years. That's a lot of pain.
It just is what I kept on saying that you have to know, like, okay, what do you want? I've listened to myself. If I carry these people to my heart, I'm the one hurting myself.
True,
Actually.
I'm the one hurting myself. These people have moved on.
And they are probably happy.
And they're happy.
And you're sorry.
And you are the one so
Yeah, okay,
I
right?
will just be suffering myself.
Uh,
Do you get? I'll just be the one suffering myself. One, it will delay whatsoever thing probably God has in store for me. Probably by now, if I've had them to heart, I wouldn't have been married by now.
because you still hold on to
Do you
it.
get? And I remember then when I was going to walk out of the relationship after I had admitted that that this thing is not going to work out and all. I remember I'm like, am I still really going to love any man like this?
But I want to ask
Do
you
you
a
get?
question.
I was
I'm sorry, ma'am. You said that you were able to admit to yourself that okay, that ended. What will you tell people that they are like for months, for years, they are like, no, this thing has not ended? How were you able to come to that space? Because a lot of people have difficulty with like just admitting. It's not only even in relationship. Let's say failure, let's say loss of money and business. Like MMM, people are still in doubt that no, this did not happen. How were you able to like just identify and say yes?
And that even make people to now close their eyes to they now wear blind shades to opportunities, because by the time they've probably holding back to what has happened. I used to say this: there is no way amidst many fake, there is one that will be original.
Yes, definitely.
Amidst, even if you have like 100 fake, there will still be one.
That's the real thing.
There should be one. And I will always say that God, amidst that one that is original, don't let me miss out of it. So it still boils down to coming to say that this is what I want. I cannot suffer myself. I cannot be suffering in two places. It's the truth. If I have come and say that this place I'm still rolling in it and say that this and that, it's still coming back to me suffering myself.
So you're saying that it takes like the person's will and the will.
Your will, like coming to your
will of God.
No, of course, Holy Spirit is in the process. It's my feel like he's in the process. He's the one helping me. When I said I cried, in the process of crying, I'm just putting my saying that this is me. This is me. I just surrender. Like help me. Just help me. Before then, no, I was still like we were saying that I was doing this strong. I was like, okay, nothing happened now. But one day, I went back to Ife. We both stay in Ife. In fact, I had to quit my job just for those are things I let go,
Wow.
just to help my sanity.
Lots of sacrifice.
Yes, I resigned. I told my boss that I have to leave Ife. I already got a job in Ife. I was working in the university environment. I told my boss, I said, I can't continue with this job.
Wow.
I told him, I said,
Because the reason
he said,
behind
no,
it.
I understand. So that I had to leave, I had to pack my things, come back home, start again.
All right, I have a question. Now, definitely, based on what you said, you definitely did cry, and that would mean that at some point in time you blamed yourself for certain things. Definitely, you've healed, you've gone through the process of healing, you've gone through the process of forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, but you don't have this kind of experience without coming out as a new person. Even if it's either you are trumped by it or you triumph.
Yeah.
But either way, when you triumph, you still have to embrace your new self. You've come with several encounters, you're carrying several baggage as well. So how do you learn to love the new you that has come out from this particular experience or from this particular encounter? How do you still learn to appreciate yourself? Because it's very much important, because the you that went into the relationship is not the you that came out after you were actually done. As well.
Yeah.
So how do you learn to appreciate yourself? Appreciate the new you that came out from this particular process. Very, very much important.
Yeah, very, very. Well, when the old thing, like when it happened, don't forget I say that the healing was a process. It didn't just come like in a day. So when I discover that Toyosi, I think you've overcome this, I just celebrate myself. Like, okay, now, you've done this again. If I look, do you understand? How do I get back to saving back their number to check that's start checking status? I did it on purpose.
You check
Post them on purpose.
Yeah.
Why do I do that? Because I'm just being, when the whole thing, I became furious. Like, when I see, I don't want to see you. I don't want to have anything to do with your pictures, your anything. When I began to say, okay, let me see if truly I am healed. I when I started seeing their pictures, I just discovered that, okay, instead of me
getting angry,
I just smiled and I felt like, okay, these people are doing well. Thank God. Okay. When I get to that,
they're
when-
doing well.
that's a lot.
do you get when I get to see that and I'm checking, don't forget I said I check my heart to know if there's still something, if truly I am healed, if this wound is probably there's still something, so there's still something to be healed here. When I get to see that, I'm just laughing, we are talking, we're saying on your birthday, I'm still able to say that, okay, let me just send you a gift on your birthday. I celebrate myself that Toyosi, you've done well. You've done well. In fact, I remember telling my husband that, wow, this is what, and he looked at me. I said, are you serious? I said, yes. Yes. So I remember him even taking me out to say that you've really
Celebrate your
you've done well. So in embracing my new self, really I will celebrate myself. In fact, there's sometimes I'll have to buy things for myself. I say, I think you are becoming.
I actually feel like, let me cut you there. I actually feel that a lot of things that literally happened to you, the victory that you had was you partnering with God and doing something. So it really makes me understand that no matter what it is that the story is, some of us might even feel like, Ma, go and sit down. If you hear my story, you will look at me and open your mouth. It's okay. Now, one thing I want us to know is she can tell us the story because obviously the art is not the way, it's not as fresh, it's not even fresh, it's gone, it's just the scar that we know because it's a story. So irrespective of whatever it is that you have had as a person, whatever, life challenge, whatever thing that life has thrown at you, you determine the other side of it.
Exactly.
Will you sit down and say, it has happened, and then you cry, you hate on them, you probably wish them bad, you even
hate yourself.
You even hate yourself. Because I was going to wonder, like, some people will now say, something must have been wrong with me. I was not good enough. I was not this. I was not that. So irrespective of what the past was, you're a terrible person because this thing happened. It's fine. Let's go of that and now forge ahead. Like, finally take that bold step to really face. So our final question to you is, do you have like a word or two for teenagers out there having to, they might not have probably had to battle with the third party, right? It might be them. Like, I'm the problem in my problem. I'm the reason why this is happening to me. It might, like, I like when you said that simple things as failure. So I failed. Obviously, failure is not something somebody did to you. You did it to yourself. So more like it's woeful. I feel consistently. What is wrong with me? How do they navigate that part of life?
Okay, well, my word of advice would just be, don't ever say over time I will get better. It is what you do during the time, and it is not what will be. That some it's not what will be. What work are you putting in place to ensure that you want a good thing to happen to you? So probably you've encountered any failure in life, just go back to the drawing board. That's the first thing. Go back to the drawing board. See it, be quiet in your mind to ensure that, okay, you're telling yourself the truth. Tell yourself absolutely the truth. Then how do you, going forward, what are you supposed to do? Embrace the new you. Learn from your mistakes. Whatever thing you need to put in place, ensure you put them in place. Then you are good to go. Sincerely, it's as simple as that. It's not complex. It's not I'm serious.
It can be really complex.
No, why do I say that it's not complex? Really, we are the one that makes it complex. Once you are not, you as a person, once you are not admitting, the complexity comes even when you are not admitting. We are saying that's this strength of a thing. Once you admit it, fine. It can only be tough to the flesh, actually. The flesh just make you, we just struggle. Like, we are just struggling, and it's actually the flesh. I'm a believer. I have a partnership with the Holy Spirit, helping us daily to say that I've come to drop this flesh at your feet again. What else? What else are you taking away?
I like when you said that if you're actually struggling, it's you really not, it's the flesh, it's you really holding yourself back. So the first thing is that you admit, please. I would like to plead with you. Admit with yourself. That's, like I said, I should do macho. Macho helps nobody, literally. Admit that, okay, fine, alright, there's a problem here. And I think that I'm part of the problem. And she said something, go back to the drawing board. Sit down with yourself, analyze where this thing is. And then don't be shy. Everybody has a story. They might not just tell you, but there's something inside. So just count it like I'm one of them and I have a story, and fix it. She was able to take the bold step with God on her side, and she walked through. She could have just stayed in the past, and then still now she'll still be dwelling, dwelling in like 2-3 years ago, instead of being in 2023, really living God's best for her. So yes, so that's my big word for you. No matter what it is, hold on to that thing we've just said today and apply it to your life. Let go of the hurt, let go of the pain, hug your new you, and accept yourself. If you have to cry, she said cry. Crying can be good, it's medical. Cry and learn. I hope you really learned a lot today, and I hope God has helped you, and I really hope God will still help you as you apply all of this. I wish you all the best, and I wish that you will be better off in months and years to come. So thank you. I hope you follow more episodes of this. Bye.
This is Staying Updated on Bigsister Show. Today I'll be talking about something interesting, which is planets like stars. So you might wonder, planets like stars, how? So let me tell you, there are 5 planets that appear in our skies at night. And they are Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. I'm sure most times you've never noticed it because you've not been keen enough to just look into the sky and at night and just stare at it. But the one you will mostly see that are visible are Venus and Jupiter. They are always aligned in a linear form and are always visible during March 23rd to 24th. They are always very visible, and you can see it clearly even without a stethoscope. You might mistake it for a star, but if you look at it properly, it shines brighter than every other star. Thank you, and that will be all for now. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye for now.